Okay, dear colleagues, good evening to everyone. Now officially, it's the pleasant duty to continue with our program. Actually, stay Marius, and on the end we will have in amount one open round discussion, open round table discussion about Kiro's topic, what will be some implementation of, let's say, new handball rules and what we can change in our game, but that will stay like a our meeting before the Christmas in approximately amount. And tonight we have our dear colleague from Romania, Marius Novanc, with the topic how to develop the pivot game in attack from personal view. And as you know, Marius played many years on that position, and he was a national team player, one of the best European pivot, and I think that his discussion has to be really something, especially from his side. I will pass you the right that you host, and then you can start, you can share your screen and everything what you plan.
Thank you for your presentation and for good words. So it's my first time when I do this, and I hope to give you some, I don't know, good things to know about. I'm sure that you have a big experience for that, and this meeting to be profitable for everybody. So pivot, I say here how I develop the pivot game in attack for my point of view, and I share what Bertrand Gilles said. The position of pivot is a very particular one. You play back oriented to the goal all along the game. You really touch the ball. You rarely touch the ball, and when you do it, always for score. And I find two elements to develop in individual training. It's about physical elements and motor skills. If you have any questions, please, or whatever you want, we can speak about that. Physical elements of developing sports performance. For me, it's strength in pivot position, strength, speed, mobility, coordination, conditioning, ball skills. And about motor skills that I emphasize in individual training, it's winning the position, keeping the diagonal free of passing, to fight for that, attacking the ball and keeping the position with the opposite foot to stay close to the 6th line, to your opponent don't push you outside. If you push you outside and you catch the ball, this is for nothing. Catching the ball, to have a good skills to catch the ball, and to have I don't know, good reflex for that. The sense to be able to use your opposite strength to help you. I find this, you know, when I was young, I make judo, and there they teach us to, when we fight, to try to use the opponent force in our advantage, let's say like that. Shooting session, the game without the ball, to create space, block the block, pivot steps, passing. So I find these motor skills to emphasize in individual training. Now, I put here a list for the most representative pivots in the past, the last 10 years. And I named Bertrand Gilles, Ratko Nikolic, Knudsen Michael, Marcus Alm, Bjarte Mirhol, Jesper Nodesbo, Cedric Soraindo, Vori Aginagalde. And I put here the toll. If you can see, they are like 190, 94, 92, something like that. Only 2-3 example, only Marcus Alm, like 2 meters, Nodesbo 199, and Vori 2 meters. And for the most representative pivots from the moment, I put these guys: Luka Karabatic, Fabregas, Pekeler, Banhidi, Subjak, Tourna, Nilsson. All these guys, they are like 2 meters. So if you can see the pivot, they are more taller in this moment. And I can say that I found this the improvement of the moment in pivot post in the games. It's more dynamic, good mobility. The players are more massive and powerful. And now I can show you some clips that I do with these guys, just a little bit to remember about that. So this is it about the past, and now I have also short presentation about present and future. So this is it. I try to look about Olympic Games percently or percentage in the the last Olympic Games. And if you can see, I found that in the 2004, the percentage on the sixth line was like 62. In the 2008, 70, 67, 2012, 70, 16, 68, 20, 63. I don't know if we can understand something from that, but I'm sure that this post it's continually in progress. The most common mistake that the pivots are doing, in my opinion, is about high position. Lot of pivots stay, they don't stay low, so this is a problem. Loose front position, does not attack the ball, catching the ball away from the 6 meters line, being pushing from it. When they catch the ball, it does not lower the center of gravity at the moment of twisting. Block the block to win diagonal of passing, but pushing with the body outside the opponent. Go too fast from the block, and the position of the legs stay in the same line, and it's more easy to push. Yeah, so I want to speak a little bit about that to everybody to understand what I'm trying to say. All the time, the pivot must to fight to be in front of the ball. So for sure, there is a lot of fight with the opponent, and to be in front, it's a little bit difficult, and you use a lot of energy. And about attack the ball, most of them they stay on the close to the opponent, to the defender, and the ball comes, and sometimes the opponent steal your ball because you don't step in front of to take it. And I want to speak later about that. That is very important to have like a pivot, to have a good strength to make to accelerate, decelerate, and accelerate again. So the connection between muscles, between leg muscles like quads and hamstring, must be very tight and good connection. And also about catching the ball away from the 6 meter line. In this fight, one by one, the opponent try to push you outside. And if you don't keep one leg more very close to the 6 line, you lose you lose opportunity to turn around and to be very fast inside the 6 meters. And when you do that, when I was like a player, I tried to push the pivot outside, and I let him to catch the ball outside, and sometimes I stay to make out an attack or something like that. So I think it's very important that. Also, you know, I coaching junior girl teams, and all the time I try to teach them to stay in the block until the pass in diagonal come. And as I can see, they are very, I don't know, they make the block and they are coming very fast and close the diagonal of passing. And it's very hard to have a good pass if you don't keep the opponent until the pass is coming. And now I try to show you some pictures that I do with the girls about these mistakes. And sorry that I cannot put in my presentation this, and I have it here in one document. So this is a big problem, that you don't keep the front position and the way to pass, to receive the pass, and you let the opponent to stay in front of you. So I try to make like that. The picture here in the left side is the girl with the red t-shirts try to twist, but she's position is too low to twist, so she don't have enough power to do it. And also it's a little bit far from the 6-meter line. The second picture, I have the same problem, that the girl with the red t-shirts don't attack the ball. She just stay and wait the ball to come, and the opponent is in the front. Here in the left side, in the left picture, the problem is for diagonal of passing. She also don't fight to keep the block and to receive the ball in the good condition. And in the second picture on the right is the problem on the high position also, but the legs, they are in the same line, and it's very easy to push the pivot outside in this case, in this situation. Okay, in the first picture also, the high posture, she is not in the low position. And in the second picture on the right side is also that I tried to tell you 2 times, that it's too far from the 6 line. Here also, she don't attack the ball, she just wait the ball to come, and it's very easy to opt for the opponent to take the ball, or I don't know, to defend in front of the pivot. So this is few mistakes that I try to show you. I'm sure that you know about that. The physical part that I do with the pivots, the most exercise that I use it to develop strength and power. I do squats, deadlift is very important when somebody push you to decelerate, to don't let them to push you. Hip thrust, lot of exercise. I'm sure that you know, and it is to improve the core zone, that is very important in the pivot, in handball also. Lateral squats all the time, they push you from lateral. It's important to have a good strength for that. Rotation, lot of exercise for rotations, for lunges. Almost times you are on the one leg, so it's good to have good strength for that. For core zone also, I do this ab well. And plyometric exercise. I do a lot of with the ball, the medicine ball, but also with the box and hurdles in all the plans. I think in the hurdles we can train, how I said, in the pivot position we accelerate when we go to the ball. When we attack the ball, we accelerate. After that, the opponent pushes us, and we must decelerate very fast and turn around and accelerate again. So I do with the hurdles a lot of exercise to accelerate, decelerate, like that. We have a dynamic physical part also that I do with the girls. And I will show you a few exercises, physical dynamic part. Just a second. Here I said that ability to use your opponent's strength in your favor. I name it like that. So I want to show you this fighting. Now the black girl with the black t-shirt, sorry. If you look now in the movie, it seems like he win. He put the white t-shirt down, but she disequilibrate her, but somehow now the black girl, the black t-shirt one, tried to finish the fight to push her down, but she, with this move, with the right leg, she's a little bit in extension, and the white girl t-shirt find the weak part, and she tried to push her down. It's also in handball, it's like a pivot. When you catch the ball, you must to feel from where your opponent try to put a lot of force and to turn around in the opposite part. So I use this kind of exercise in these things. Also, here is a fighting in one leg to feel when opposite try to push, to use her power to put the other leg down and to win this kind of fight. And this here is also is a fight like the black t-shirt girl tried to push her outside from the circle, and also the pivot must to feel from which part push her and to turn around in the other part to stay in the circle. Now from this rotation, she pushed her outside a little bit from for the girl with the black t-shirt, as you can see. Here is some exercise for fighting to keep diagonal free. So the black t-shirt girl tried to touch the ball. She cannot pass the line, and the green t-shirt girl tried to defend, to stay low, to defend the ball. It's about absorbing the force that the opponent when push you to go forward. Here is the power of rotate, accelerate, decelerate. The ability to use your opponent. Sorry, I think I finished with this. Yes, with this movie. So this is the dynamic, some exercise for dynamic physical part. And when I do individual training for the pivot. For example, I use 2-3 teams to develop some exercise during for one training, and I put, for example, pivot steps, block the block, attack, and reaction. And here is exercise that I apply to training to solve motor skills. And I have some examples that I do. Some exercise. Here it's about attacking the ball. Some exercise to attack the ball. And reaction. Some exercise for pivot steps. So it's dribble, finta, again, to stay low. For some of them, it's a little bit difficult to do it. They don't have a good coordination, and this is a problem. Some exercise for diagonal of passing to keep it. Attack the ball and keep the position and turn to score. Now I try to explain them how it's important to stay all the time and to move and to attack the ball with both hands. And immediately when you feel your opponent push you from one part, to turn around, to feel and to turn around in the other part very fast. Here is exercise, easy. It's like bounce the ball, and the moment when you bounce, you must to attack the ball to catch it. And normal opposite, the opponent try to catch you, and in that moment when try to catch you, he come after you, and it's a little bit in disadvantage. It's not good bounce, so it's very important to feel, to stay low, to go low, and to rotate, to twist, and to feel the weakness part of the opponent. But still, she don't find a good technique to do this. She just fight, trying, but so dribble, she go forward, the opponent comes, and she cannot. Second time she found a way to go. Here is about reaction and the coordination things. Okay. I said here to improve something, I work at least twice a week. I try to find a way to work more, but the girls are going to the school and they have only in the afternoon, they have possibility to make training. And here I try to say something that I like. The only way to do a great work is to know what you do. So it was a short presentation, and I hope to understand something, and I don't know if you have some question, please let me know.
Thank you, Marius. Thank you. Can you pass me the right to be the host? You did it with love, and I see that everyone can see that from every moment of your presentation, that you did it with love, your job now. You can click on my picture and then give me a right to be host.
It's okay, you are host now?
No, I'm not. I see you. On the right side, you see
Oh.
participants, yes. And you click on me and give me a right to be host.
Yeah, just a second.
Okay, every one of you who is listening us, feel free to ask Marius.
Now you are a host?
I don't see myself as a host.
Okay, just a second. So I click on you.
With the right click, and then when you click on me.
Yes, I have more and stop video. No, chat, stop video.
Not that one.
I'm lost.
No. On the right side, completely, you have participants.
Yes, and I have your name and it's mute or more, and I click on more, and I have just chat, stop video, pin. I don't know, stopping for everyone, stop light for everyone. Make a host. No.
Yes.
Change the host.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, feel free to ask. For sure, you have some small questions for Marius. Thank you once again, Marius, for your presentation. You did it on the way like we spoke, with interesting details, not so heavy with the videos and things, and that was perfect, that we can listen you and understand the things what you wanted to present. I'm really satisfied how you did. And if you can send us presentation, I would like to share with other participants. Sure.
So it's my first time when I do this kind of presentation, and also when I do in the PowerPoint, I try to do my best, and I do it alone. And few things I missed about PowerPoint to learn about, but I will try to find everything and to learn every day about that, to have a good technique in this kind of things.
Okay, anyone who want to add something, to say his own experience or anything, feel free. Okay, can I break the ice and ask something? First, you touch a few interesting points. One is additional sport, what can help our individual work. For example, with the pivots, that is judo, like additional sport for the goalkeepers, some kind of gymnastic, etc. And you work with the young players. Of course, they have you as an example, but can you tell us something, how much you work with them individually, by week or monthly, or how many training you spend on this individual work?
Maybe 1 or 2 times per week, because it's how I tell you, they go on the school and we have only one training during of the day. So in 1 hour and a half, I try to improve the good elements between 2-3 players, to have a good technique, and that's it. And individual, I try maybe when I don't have game, like Saturday, to have it. And sometimes, you know, now with COVID period, we have some break on the school, so I can work with drills in the morning, and I do every morning with the 6 meters line or with the 9 meters line. I try to do this exercise.
And my second part will be the question, how much game change in last decade? Because pivot, what you mentioned, was from the first decade in 21st century and the second, let's say. And by you, how much is changed the game of the pivot from the previous period?
How I said in my presentation, I find the pivot game is more dynamic. They are more, I don't know, powerful, and they are massive, like 2 meters. And from the pivots that I try to put them, like examples, they can finish very fast or easy with the good ball to finish with the goal. These the actions. Maybe in the past, the pivots was not so tall, so they are also like Bertrand Gilles, for example. He all the time attacked the empty space. Was good on this, and yeah, okay. He was strong, very strong. Also, was like a machine. Everybody knows that. But
yeah. What has changed that pivots in your time, let's say, that was not so far, were the best player in defense, and now we have more pivots who also don't participate in defense, playing just attack.
Yes, yes.
What's your opinion about and why this?
I think I see these kind of things first in the Spain teams. They use the pivots only in attack. I think I'm sure that it's a lot to work for pivots in attack. It's a lot of receipt of energy. Put a lot of energy there to fighting all the time with everybody else, and you must to win all the time, to have a good position with 2-3 guys from defense from each attack. So imagine you like single one, you keep fighting with 3 guys, so they don't lose so much energy. And for sure, to be in the middle of defense, like on the 3, number of 3, it's very hard to have the same I don't know, energy, and to have the same good quality to be 100% in defense. Because also, how we know, the central defender, they are more important. The backs, and they attack all the time. They make crosses, and you must to change. It's a lot of fight for that. So it's a lot of energy to lose there. So I think in the Spanish, who brings this, I think the Spanish bring this, like the pivots to play only in attack. They use this kind of pivots, not so tall, but little bit fast, let's say like that, who can win very easy 1 by 1.
Thank you, Marius. Can someone else want to add something or ask something? Feel free. Mickey, are you with us? Can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
I would like to ask you to add something from the goalkeeper's perspective about the modern pivot and shoots, and how much you practice with your goalkeepers about pivot position, and some small secrets from your side.
Look, I talk usually, but this in Qatar it is not possible to make like that, because this no good quality. Mm-hmm. But about pivot, I am example. I practice with deal with head coach, his say what must doing pivot. I'm talk with goalkeeper. My opinion about you ask me about what goalkeeper must make.
No, how to make pivots more successful, especially from the, you know, that now they keep position 1 and 2 and 5 and 6. What?
Yes. I am a practice every time, not only with center pivot shoot between 4, 5, 1, 2. How pivot make circle left side or right side. What need goalkeeper make, which way must go to in front to pivot. I'm make tactic with goalkeeper also. No same tactic goalkeeper because no one pivot same quality, same shoot. Some pivot shoot with side, no hair up with side. If his circle on the another side, maybe go to Eret, what's the name English? This like go to corner. If he's go to 7 meters, this too much option. Also in the game, you have too much different situation. If he's alone, different shoot. If he's have our defender behind him or this one side, also this special moment for goalkeeper. Also for pivot. You understand? I like this make with all 6 meters. Not only before my make practice this pivot stay to 7 meters, little left, little right, that's it. But now, no, all 6 meters.
Thank you, Mickey. Thank you. And Marius, something else. Most of the modern playing styles teams play with the wings, player coming inside as a second pivot, and how much we practice in reality this on our training. Because okay, you practice with your pivot, shoot from 6 meters and all this technique, but do we practice with the wings before we put them on the line?
Yes. I usually do that because it's normal to, if I ask my players to do something, I must train that. So I try to have some exercise with the wings, like to keep the block. It's, I think, almost wings when we go in the 6 meters line, they must know to keep the block, to fight for good position for diagonal pass or for that. I cannot say like I want now from the wing to twist with one guy behind him. It's a little bit difficult to do that. But how we can see, especially from the women, the pivots, the wings that they go in the pivot position, they just try to keep the position and to have a free diagonal for passing. That's it.
Thank you. If I will, okay.
Dragan, yeah.
Feel free.
So one more. Mario's presentation was great.
Thank you.
I want to add something about this last thing what you say. I think especially with young players, we need to teach all players how to play pivots. Just these basic things, especially in today's handball. I want to ask you your opinion, Marius, of someone else for sure, about movement in attack of pivot. What you prefer, Marius? Because when I analyze some pivot and before 10 days I talked with Ratko Nikolic, I see you put him in presentation. Usually when he must to go to some empty space, he use 1 to 2 steps to make deep block or to go to empty space or something like that. And for example, when I watch Pik Szeged and Elverum, of course that was part of tactic, I suggest. The pivot of Elverum running all the time between players and make big trouble in defense of Pik Szeged.
I think Pik Szeged, they have tall players, so you need somebody to run them.
Yeah, this for sure. Yeah. And they have rule in defense to not follow pivot, but he run all the time, go to opposite side of the attacker with the ball, for example. The question is, what is your opinion about this movement of pivot in empty space? 1-2 steps, depends of defense, of course. What you prefer more?
For example, today I do with the pivots this kind of relation between backs and the pivots, and I try to explain them. So I have two defender and one back player and the pivot, and the back must to pass to the center to receive the ball to go outside to attack for number 2 and to come inside. And I said if the second one in defense attack him, he go a little bit like in the 8 or 9 meter, the pivot must run, because I have tall these tall pivots that I have, they are not so mobile, and all the time they risk to make fault in attack. So if the second player comes out like 8-9 meters, immediately the pivot run behind, and you can pass up to catch the ball, and this is finished. But if you stay for example, if the second one in defense stay a little bit it's a little bit fragile. If you stay on the 7 or in the 8, it's not so big space to run and very fast the back player to react, to pass or not.
Then you can use 1 or 2 steps.
Yes. And then if you stay like, for example, stay in the 7 meters, I want to make block. To make block and come on the 3. The back player come in the 3 position to shooting, and if the 3 number comes out, I to foul him, to pass to the pivot. It's a big space there, so you must use this.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. But if you have any other, I don't know, idea, or I am glad to hear about that.
Yeah. Okay. Everything depends of tactics, what you want and with who you attack and which kind of defense you attack. But
I said today, I tell you, if the second one stay on the 7 meters and the back player catch the ball and she don't try to come outside, I said to the back player to shoot to the head, directly to shoot from the head. And if he comes, just block, just run behind, and that's it. This kind of option I see.
thanks.
Welcome.
Thank you. Anyone else? Someone else? Okay, then I have to say a big thank you in the name of all of us for your topic. It's an interesting topic. There is a lot of things what we can add and discuss and speak about.
I just want to say thank you to listening to me and to give me this opportunity. Also, for me, it was a good experience. I tell you, it was my first time when I do this. For sure, I have a lot of example of exercise, but I try to don't be such a little boring to show a lot of things that I do. But the important things, I think it's the idea that I follow, that I try to combine the physical part and motor skills part and try to develop this. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you once again. Thanks to everyone to be with us tonight, and good luck with your teams, with things what are you doing.